Right, we're here for another engine swap. We're doing the Lancia Delta this time. Um, the we're doing the same format for the most part. We're doing the factory engine, which I don't even know what engine this car has. I think it's a four-cylinder, but it's French, so God knows. All right, Lancia might be Italian. That might be an Italian company. I can't remember. Who knows? Anyway, I don't even know what motor this has. I know it was a rally car. It was quite a big deal, kind of a game changer for its time. Um, the big change on this one, it's not a big change. The change on this one is this car actually allowed for anti-lag. The first time where both versions allowed for anti-lag, so I just set it to weak, and then the transmission I extended out. But otherwise, it's swapping all the parts and not tuning anything otherwise. What was weird, both cars kind of went up and down as in the performance points as you added parts. The engine swap version went to around 770, and then as I added more parts, it dropped its way back to 750s. So it was things that didn't make sense, like adding brakes lowered the points. I don't know how that's ever a downside. I mean, it's lighter. They're lighter brakes. They brake better. They withstand heat better. That's the big thing with brakes. They don't have the fade and corners and things like that. I don't know that this game even does that, but who knows? So I haven't been on in a little bit. Don't think anything really is wrong here. So right away, this car feels like it's stretching on the transmission. I have it set to 300, so I didn't go crazy with it. I think it was like 260 initially. And it took me way longer than it should have to realize that that's in kilometers an hour. I thought it was just an arbitrary number. It's an all-wheel drive car, so it feels very planted. I'm hearing some pops in the exhaust. I'm wondering if that's the anti-lag. The car feels a little bit heavy to me. I feel a little less connected with this car too. I feel like I mean, it's enough that I'm checking the settings on my wheel, but I'm not getting a whole lot of feedback. Oh, there we're spinning. So under braking, the back end wants to come out. This engine swap, the car ends up with a GTR motor. It's one of the V6s, not the RB26. Before I knew what motors were going to be available, I was hoping to do a first gen GTR, the 70s. With the RB26 motor, but that's not even one of the options, unfortunately. Which in doing some research, I'm not research, watching videos. So I didn't do the research, but it sounds like a lot of what made the GTR a powerhouse was the drivetrain technology more so than the engine itself. Like the RB26 is more going along for the ride with the street cred versus the 2JZ. And I guess Nissan had bought a Porsche 959 and kind of reverse engineered the drivetrain on that car, the all-wheel drive, and modified it to make it lean more on rear-wheel drive than front-wheel drive. So it's a pretty neat system. It's got a 207. This car's it's just feeling very, I don't know, it's not stable under braking. I'm pretty sure Lancia is an Italian company. I don't know why I was thinking French. Yeah, this feels a little unstable under braking in terms of like the back end wanting to come out. I mean, it's got the brake balance controller, so I'm sure I could just change that in my settings on the fly. But this is a dry track too. I mean, it's dry track, all-wheel drive. I mean, it's not something you would think would happen. Maybe that's why the braking lowered the performance points. I didn't do any wide body kits or any aero, so that could help it as well. Yeah, see, there we go again. I mean, that's a lucky corner right there. I mean, that was going to be fast. That's not deserved. So we got lucky. But I'm sure that's something that can be tuned away real easy. I wouldn't even bother on this car at this point, just because the first thing I would do is put some aero on it if I was going to run it. It is, I'm over here in Florida and it is about to come down. So if I'm kind of looking around a little bit, I'm just waiting for the rain to come. And hopefully we don't get any kind of power interruptions. That can happen in my area. Okay, let's move on to the next one. First, let's check the power curve on it, see what it looks like. I didn't even notice the horsepower change between the two. So this one's what? 400 horse. Okay. So 400. Oh my God, 400 versus over double the horsepower at 833. That's a pretty substantial jump right there. So the weight difference, we're up a little over 100 pounds. Okay, so let's check the settings. I'm hearing thunder in the background. That's not a good sign. Output, we've got the torque comes on pretty low, and then it dies away, and then the horsepower kind of takes over after that and moves up relatively smoothly. And I don't know if that changes based on Anti-lag? Let's take a quick look here. I don't see any notable difference, but let's go ahead and swap cars and see where we're at. And it seems like the power curves stay pretty close to the same on these things. I don't know if that's by, oh, I didn't change or I didn't add the ballast or this is missing the ECM. That's what we're missing. That I do want to add because that changes performance points. If it was just the restrictor, I wouldn't care, but this actually will change the car. Or it has the potential to. Yeah, we missed one. And you can see we're jumping up a couple points right there. Good Lord. It's another 50 horsepower. Oh my Lord. So let's head back in, take a quick look at that power curve, see if we have the same torque drop off. And we're going to try to make this video quick. Oh, we had 206, I believe, right? I'm getting a little bit sketched out here with the lightning. Oh, okay, so that's the horsepower is real peaky, but that torque curve is beautiful. Oh, it's going to be a nice car. This should be a pretty substantial change. It should have like strong punch the whole way. This thing is, I think we're going to have to hold on. And I just picked, that's a Honda Blue. I just picked the color that wasn't the same. This car's found in, oh, I like that anti-lag sound. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is oh my God, this is a different animal. And I mean, this thing's taken the power so far. It's taken it like a champ, and it's ready to break these tires loose, which we did right there. I love the sound of it. Oh my God. This may be one of my favorites. I don't even want to talk, I just want to hear it. Oh. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Be gentle, be gentle. Don't punch it on the corners, man. Don't punch it. Yeah, if you punch it on the corners, it will get away from you. It is happy to step out. I had something that I wanted to say about this thing, and it's like it blanked my mind out because it's such a monster. This is probably the first car that it's had the horsepower doubled, where I'm really happy with it doubling. I mean, a lot of them, the car just becomes unmanageable, but the factory engine version with 400 horse, the car just seems a little underpowered, a little underwhelming. The Lancia is just, I mean, this thing is It turns it into a dream car. And I would love to get one of these in real life too. I mean, I don't think I've ever even seen one. I don't know that they were legal in the States. I'm not quite sure the year of them, so it may not even hit that 25-year rule yet. I think even with that loss of control, we're going to end up crushing the 206. Yep, still got that same issue with the braking. So I don't know if you want to mess with the sway bars on that to get rid of it, or push some of the braking forward with a brake balance controller. It might even be worse in this car. I mean, you're putting some of that weight towards the front end, so it makes sense that it would kind of take a bad situation and make it worse. You know, this car actually, in building it, the performance points plummeted on the stage 3 weight reduction. So that might be part of the issue with the back end coming around. I don't know if that's when they pull the back seats out, maybe, and the trunk liner and that sort of thing, virtually. Because usually you wouldn't think of weight reduction as having any type of negative. But if you're throwing the balance of the car way off, that could be it. It was something that I noticed, and it was strange enough that I kind of made a mental note of it. I mean, that's something where adding ballast to the back end actually may hurt your performance points. And by hurt, I mean like increase instead of decrease. I didn't see what her time there was, but I'm sure it was faster than the factory one. Let's take a look. 203, so this car needs a little work, but the engine swap is way better on this car than the factory engine. It is a fun car to drive in this setup, like this, the way this is. I'm gonna go ahead and add the aero into it and try to start working on getting it handling. But this is one of those where you really, a lot of them it's kind of fun to have both, but knowing that I have this one, I don't ever need to drive the other one again. This one is just leaps and bounds ahead, and any of the drawbacks that it has, I mean, I think the loose back end is the big issue, and that's not different on either one of them. So it's probably a little worse with the engine swap because of that weight, the additional weight at the front end. But for more than double the horsepower, you can always load up the 200 kilograms in the back. And I'm sure at that point, it'll take away some of that issue and be a better handling car than than the factory engine version all the way through. So that, and I think it'll be something you can tweak out with stiffening up the rear end or loosening it up, like softening it. So either way, great car. But thank you guys so much, and have a great day.